Hi, I'd like to meet my old friend, Roached Out Rusted Practice Pad. What's that, old buddy? We never spent any time together. I don't call, I don't write. Well, that may be true. But today we're going to teach a concept together about melodic soloing for drummers. Hey guys, I may be no Jim Linsner, but I do have a cool quarantine beard. And I do have a few ideas to share with you, including an idea about melodic soloing concepts, or the idea of it at least, for drummers and how to maybe try to get there. I did not come up with these ideas. They go back to the bebop era and probably beyond. My esteemed drum teacher, Louis Marino, taught a lot of this stuff, which he learned directly from Philly Joe Jones by spending some time with him. And Philly showed him how to open up the standard material like the Charlie Wilcox books and all that, and really open them up for jazz drummers. Pete Magadini in Toronto, who taught a lot of this great stuff. All the masters who played this way, and specifically Michael Carvin, who I remember a couple of articles reading, years ago, 30 years ago or whatever, but he kind of outlined how he teaches improvisation and incorporating the idea of melodic improvisation rather than just what a lot of us do as drummers, boogada stuff. So with that in mind, I didn't create this. I'm just passing it on. But here's some ideas on how to either start thinking this way if you haven't as a drummer, or pass it on to some of your students if you're a teacher. And, this comes from jazz, but it can be applied to pretty much any kind of music, where you can think more about the form of the song and the melody rather than just fitting in your coolest lick, whatever that happens to be at the time. Okay, so the idea is to think more melodically and practice something that you can learn to solo and play along with and improvise over the framework of a song. So within the frame, the form of the song, as well as along the lines of the melody, right? And this is a concept that we can apply to more than just jazz. Even though it's a jazz concept, you can use it in other styles of music. And it might create some opportunities for you in drumming that you hadn't considered when we're spending a lot of time, and rightly so, trying to get the best chops we can and worrying about, quintuplet licks and stuff like that. So let's take a look at this idea. And again, I'm just passing this on. I did not create this. But the idea is to start with a simple melody, something you know real well. And in this case, we'll start with something short, like London Bridge, right? Da, 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 da. If you're of a certain age, there's no way you don't know that. Maybe some of you younger guys don't know about London Bridge. But anyway, it's a kid's song, right? And it's going to be played first hand to hand, right? Just to get used to the idea of thinking of the song while you play. Not just counting time, but having the melody in time in your head while you play, okay? So hand to hand London Bridge. Hopefully you could hear that, right? You could hear the London Bridge coming out there. That's about as plain as I can make it. Next thing you're going to do, though, is try something different. Maybe try some perpetual motion, just right to left, eighths or 16th notes. Eighth notes or 16th notes. Something like this. Now, depending on the melody and the rhythm of the melody, it might come out, more or all right hand lead as far as those accents, or it might go between left and right, or predominate left. It depends. Usually it's going to be right hand if it's a simple melody, right? But that was still London Bridge. See if you can hear it. You got it, right? Okay. So with that in mind, now we're going to do some different things. Let's try triplets, right? Hand-to-hand triplets, okay? Keep those going, and then see if you can pull the melody out with accents. okay? Still London Bridge, triplet feel now. You can try different things. You can try paradiddles, you can try doubles, whatever. The idea is to find ways with different stickings to pull the melody out with accents. Thinking of the melody all the while, staying within the form of that song. This is a pretty short and easy one, but later they'll get more complex, right? All right. Then try swinging it, maybe. So instead of straight, or instead of with a particular chop in mind, try swinging that rhythm and then playing London Bridge swung. So pretty much hand to hand, bringing out some different accents, syncopating a little bit, but still London Bridge, right? Once again. Okay, a little fancier that time. All right, then what you want to do is think about actually adding in some embellishments, some improvisation, some riffs. Put a rough in, or a flam, or a triplet lick, or whatever gives a little more extra something, right? Still London Bridge, right? Okay. So now you're going to think like a jazz drummer would, the form of the song. We're going to play London Bridge straight. Then maybe we'll swing it, right? So we'll play it straight so you get the idea of the melody again, the rhythm of the melody. Then we'll swing it, then do a little solo, a little improvisation around that melody, and then come back and do the melody again. So that's our form for now, okay? Just simple outline, swung melody, solo, swung melody, and out. So something like this. Got it? Okay, did you still hear London Bridge all the way through? I hope so. If I did my job right, they did. So that's the idea. You're going to think in terms of melody and in terms of form and try to solo around that with whatever you've got to say. And rather than thinking about, okay, I have 4 bars here, I'll get this quintuplet lick in and it'll be awesome. Which you might get that quintuplet lick in, but maybe something else, maybe something simpler, maybe something more complex will fit and also follow the form of the song and the melody and amaze and astound your friends. And actually, seriously though, if you start to think about things in terms of, rather than even just 2, 4, 8 bar, 16 bar openings, if you start to think and play like the other guys in the band, like the keyboard player, like the saxophonist, the guitar player, and think in terms of sections of songs along with the form, right? The form and the melody of the song, you will actually get their attention and they'll probably want to play more for you and give you more chances to shine than maybe otherwise. So think about that. Melodic soloing, following the form, following the melody, and improvising along the way. Thanks. Thanks, Practice Pad.